Long ago and far away lived a little boy named Nicholas. Nicholas's parents were very rich, so they always brought him plenty of toys. But Nicholas was so kind that he gave away his toys to the children who had none. When he grew up, Nicholas gave away everything he had, even his house, and went away to spend time helping people. He went to a place called a monastery, where he could live with other people who wanted to do kind things too. He lived there for many years, and he spent most of the time working and praying. Everyone liked Nicholas very much. So one day, Nicholas went on a trip on a ship on the ocean. And while the ship was at sea, there was a terrible storm. But Nicholas told the sea to be still and to stop tossing the boat around. And to everyone's surprise, the sea, or the ocean, did just that. It stayed calm like Nicholas had asked, and everyone on the ship was safe. When Nicholas came home from his trip, he was named a bishop, and he was given a very nice red cloak and a red hat. Nicholas never stopped doing nice things for people. At night, when everyone was asleep, he would leave food and presents for families all over his town. And before anyone saw him, he would slip quietly away. Now, in those days, Nicholas would carry the gifts and walk from door to door. But today, he has reindeer and a sleigh, and we call him Santa Claus. I would like to introduce you to our very special guest this afternoon, Saint Nicholas.
Hello, Tom. How are you?
I'm very, very good, Saint Nicholas. It's hot in here. You're sweating.
Oh, I know. I'm used to colder weather.
Tell me a little bit about where you were born.
Well, I was born in the year, that's a long, long time ago. Sometimes my memory fades. But I was born in the year 270 in Patara, Lycia. Well, does anybody know where Lycia is? No, because today it's called Turkey.
Turkey.
The country of Turkey. That's where I was born a long time ago. But after Jesus was born, though.
Now, not many people realize that you were a bishop. When did that happen?
Well, my life was full of service to God, first of all, and to helping people in need. I was a monk, as you just said. I left and went to a monastery. It was called Monastery of Mount Zion. And I was about 30 years old. That was in the year 300. Well, and then I was made a bishop at Myra in the year 300, because I was already a monk before that. Well, as a bishop, I was involved with several decisions, and one of them I was at what you call a synod of bishops back then, and it was called the synod of the council what was it again? Nicene. And at Mass, every time we say the I believe in God, the Father, well, we talk about some decisions we made there.
That's called the Nicene Creed?
Yeah, that's it.
Perfect. Now let's talk about your name. There are many ways to pronounce your name. Can you say a few examples or tell us a few?
Well, my name is Nicolas Claus. Yeah, it's pronounced in many different ways, as you just say. Well, for the most popular one, it's probably Sinterklaas. Sinterklaas.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, like the Germans, I say that. And no, I get mixed up at times because I hear everybody in my language.
You're old.
Nicolas. Is that how the Germans say it? Nicolas? Nicolas. And in French, say Nicolas. And the Flemish in Belgium, they say Saint Nicolas. That's where I got confused, I think. Santa Claus. But most people, a lot of people know me as Santa Claus, which is a variation from the other ones.
Ah, Santa Claus. Why are you known as Santa Claus, and what is your relation to Santa?
Well, I was a giver in my life. I used to give. I love to give. That's what Jesus asked us to do. It was important for me to take care of children, especially children, because Jesus said to do that. He loved children. He wants us to love children. So Santa was created in my image. We're kind of related. We could almost say I'm his great-grandfather. Well, and I would be the first Santa, I guess. So the most important part of our lives is to give, and Santa gives like that too. And to keep children happy and safe every day. So we do very similar things.
Oh, that's wonderful news. I learned something there.
Good.
Now, Santa Claus provides gifts at Christmas time. His charity is so very important. Why is that so important to you, St. Nicholas?
Well, as I just said, Jesus told us to be good to each other, and I'm a protector of children, and the true meaning of Santa Claus is about giving, being of service. When I was very young, as you said, I gave a lot of money out, and I gave some money, just about all the money I had, to 3 sisters who were poor and they didn't have the money to be able to get married. So I gave them that. It was an act of kindness, and I guess it was observed as important by God. But I didn't do that for everybody to know, but I don't know, somebody talked about it, and now a lot of people know.
Well, we all know now, that's for sure. Now, yesterday was December the 6th, and that is the feast day of St. Nicholas. What's a feast day, and what's that all about?
Well, I died on December 6th in the year 342. That's a long time ago. But I'm basically still alive because I'm a saint, and a saint, they live with God. So that became, the day I died became my feast day. When people were remembering me and praying to me, they would do that in a special way on December 6th. So a saint, the day of their death becomes their feast day, because that's the day that they're born in heaven with Jesus. So it's like a birthday. We're born in this world, while a feast day is we're born in heaven, the day we die. So a feast day is really sounds like a day for eating, which is good. We feast. But it's also, yeah, you too, eh? You must have a feast day. It's also about praying. So we pray to God, and we thank God for the saints on their feast day. We ask them to help us. So do you know that there's a feast day almost every day? A feast, some saint almost every day of the calendar?
Well, there are many saints, so every day of the calendar would be a feast day for a particular saint.
Yeah.
Now, one last question before we have a little bit of a surprise here. You're the patron saint of children. Children are very important to you. You were also, as you showed us in that story in the ship on the sea, the patron saint of sailors. You're the patron saint of the country of Russia, just like St. Patrick is the patron saint of Ireland. I'm going to ask you a question. Do you know who the patron saint of Canada is?
Of course, there's more than one. There's Saint Joseph, who took care of Jesus, who helped him to grow. He took care of God. But there's also Saint Jean de Brébeuf and his companions. They came to be known as the Canadian saints. They're the first Canadian saints. I didn't know them because they came like over 1,000 years after me, so I didn't live with them, but I know that now in heaven. And well, they were born in France, and they came to Canada to be with the great explorer Samuel de Champlain. And they first settled in Quebec. And then they moved to Ontario, and some of them went to northern United States, not too far from here. And Saint Jean Brébeuf had two brothers, and one of them was named Nicolas.
Really?
Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
How did you know that?
Well, I met him. They're now in heaven. Yeah.
Wow.
We'll meet them too someday.
This is the best part about these Q&As, is that you learn something new every day. Imagine that, Saint Jean Brébeuf had a brother named Nicolas, and I'm standing beside a Nicolas.
Yeah, exactly.
I bet you he called him Nicolas.
Well, in heaven it's only one language, the language of love.
All right, but speaking of language, let me try this. This is just for my new friend Danielle over there. Il y a une chanson au sujet de Saint-Nicolas et les enfants de l'école. Peux-tu la chanter?
Oh, mais je vais voir pour commencer. Est-ce qu'il y a quelqu'un ici qui, dans les enfants, est-ce que quelqu'un connaît la chanson de Saint-Nicolas? Ouais, je l'entends souvent. Je ne suis pas un bon chanteur, mais on va essayer, OK? Saint-Nicolas, patron des écoliers, donne-moi des pommes dans mon petit soulier. J'ai toujours été sage comme un petit mouton et j'ai bien travaillé pour avoir mes bonbons. Venez, venez, Saint-Nicolas, venez, venez, Saint-Nicolas. Venez, venez, Saint-Nicolas, tralala.
Well, that was very good.
It brings back good memories. And what you said a while ago when you were talking about me, geez, that ship thing, I had forgotten about that. So I thank you too.
Well, I'm glad I was of service, St. Nicholas.
Yeah. Did you see there's another bishop here?
Oh, I suppose.
There's another bishop here. He's the bishop of Alexandria-Cornwall. Have you ever been there?
Yeah, I think we're here now.
Oh, all right. Oh, yeah. Okay, I got mixed up because I go all over the world, especially yesterday. I was really, really busy going to bring some candies and stuff to all those kids all around the world.
All right, you want to point out that bishop? There he is, right there. That's Bishop Marcel.
Yeah.
That's him. Why don't you go and talk some bishop stuff with him? All right, thanks, St. Nicholas, for coming today. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow.
We'll be back.
Good. Don't trip on the way down. What do you think, everybody? St. Nicholas making a surprise visit here at the Diocese Christmas Market.